Some life mysteries will just always remain unsolved, but not this one, which is what happens if you were to combine brawlers.
Fusion. Ha!
That's right, today you'll see the ultimate brawler fusions. What abilities will they have? What will they look like? Let's do it. By the way, most of these ideas are by Ron Dogs. If you enjoyed them, follow him. First fusion, combining Brock, 8-Bit, and Rico gives you RK. And look at this. Dude, if this was like almost like a skateboard or laser board, maybe, that looks so cool. Also, imagine this brawler with 8-Bit's gadget where he fires out 3 times the amount of normal shots, but it's just a ton of rockets instead. Ooh, and then imagine the rockets can bounce off walls. Like, what? Also, here are his ideas for the attack and super and ultimate of this brawler. The attack is a holographic rocket that, as I was kind of saying, bounces off walls and explodes on impact. That sounds overpowered. And his super goes further. It's kind of like a Brock super, but they can bounce as well. How would you avoid that? The ultimate, which I'm not entirely sure what an ultimate would be in Brawl Stars. I guess it's like a super stronger than a super. Why not? Would in this case be 8-Bit's turret, but it's even stronger and your projectiles fire faster, which would actually be a really good ability. Basically, Ron Dog is like, look, these are super brawlers, so they get a super stronger than a super, aka an ultimate. But what about Tick, Penny, and Daryl, the ultimate pirate? I cannot imagine the attacks this sort of brawler would have. First of all, what if you could fire the tick bombs and the penny effect shot and you can roll in and away like the ultimate offense and defense? Okay, his idea for Captain Kaboom is penny shot kind of fired twice, like how Daryl has 2 guns, penny fires twice, which could be a lot of splash damage if it lines up. The super is a Daryl roll that leaves a bunch of tick mines. I guess kind of like Tick's old gadget, but further and more tick mines. But wait, the ultimate is a cannon that launches tick heads. Oh, can you imagine constant tick heads just launching and just going to the closest enemy? Oh, now that's toxic. Now here's the ultimate bachelor, Byron, Barley, and Piper. Look at this brawler. Now this looks like a real gentleman who also happens to like hanging out in bars. Now the attack is pretty simple, but it's still really strong. It's basically Piper's attack, but it can also heal allies, which would be a really strong heal because Piper can do a ton of damage. But the super combines the abilities of all 3. You do the jump away Piper defensive technique, but instead of grenades, you drop those explosive bottles that Barley has, also breaking walls, but the puddles can heal your teammates, kind of like Barley gadget, but also, you know, a little bit of Byron in there. And then the ultimate kind of similar, basically Barley super, but it can heal allies as well. The ability to damage enemies and heal allies at the same time. How would you lose fights? Hey, if you're enjoying this video, consider subscribing. That'd be cool. Now, what kind of monster would you get when you combine all of the undead brawlers? Mortis, Frank, and Ems. Well, you get Francine, apparently. Honestly, looks kind of dashing, but I wonder what kind of music Francine likes. I mean, you know, you got DJ Frank, but Ems is kind of a Poco fanboy. Now, the attack is quite cool. It's basically a dash, but you end it with a hammer slam or a shovel slam. Hammer, shovel, slam. But a dash and then an area attack. Now that's cool. Then her super combines Frank and Ems. You stun them, smash everything, break the walls, but also they can't breathe because there's gas all around them. And then the ultimate is kind of like an Ems super, but it's life steal. So the damage you deal heals you as well and slows them. Now those are some nice bats. Now what kind of super brawler would the Botany trio make? Rosa, B, and Sprout? Eva or Eva here, but these brawlers have some broken abilities. You've got B doing a ton of damage, Rosa shield tanking stuff, Sprout wall to annoy you. What kind of abilities? Well, her attack is kind of like Sprout's, but it's a mix of B as well. If you hit that shot, the next Sprout ball you throw will also have bees in the ball. So they get swarmed by bees on the second shot if you hit the first one.
No, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah!
Ouch. Her super is basically Sprout super, but it allows more offense. If you hit someone with it, it slows them and deals damage. So instead of just being the annoying Sprout, you can have some maybe weird wall placements just for offense. But then the ultimate, it's a brawler that has a ranged attack, but when you use the ultimate, it becomes a melee brawler like Rosa. You get that shield, but you also get faster move speed. Can you imagine a Rosa shield brawler with faster move speed? Oh no. Now, here's an interesting fusion. Spike, Colt, and Shelly. What do you think that brawler looks like? Well, it's Pierce, which is actually, I feel like a really appropriate name for Colt and Spike combined together. Can you imagine the damage on this sort of brawler? It's going to be insane. And the attack is basically Colt's attack, but the bullets explode at the end into Spike. Oh no. How would you avoid it? And the super combines as well. You get that Shelly super being OP at close range, breaking down walls, but then it's a long range ability where at the end they again explode into spikes. Uh-oh. And the ultimate is kind of like a Spike super, but it's a lot more damage, and it actually randomly destroys bushes and walls, which would be kind of interesting. Now, what about the Mystic Brawlers? Tara, Jean, and Sandy. You get Sanjiro, which honestly kind of reminds me of Gaara from Naruto. I mean, I'm getting those, I mean, sand, you know, it's a similar vibe. Now, how about this attack? First, it's a normal Tara attack, but combined with Jean's. So for example, when those cards reach the end of their range, they explode into 3 more cards each, just like how Jean's shot, you know, pierces out. Can you imagine? And the super combines Tara and Jean. First, it pulls all the enemies together into the center and then pulls them all towards you. Imagine if you have a Shelly teammate right there for 3 enemies. But wait, there's more. The ultimate combines Sandy's super, where you get the cover from enemies and revealing enemies, but also with Tara's, which sounds crazy because it's a huge area, so it pulls everyone into the center of the storm. Woo! Now here's the ultimate digging brawler. The Mega Miner, combining Carl, Dynamite, and Jacky. A minecart with a drill on it, and you can throw explosives. I mean, dude, if you need a tunnel dug, like, this would be a really good person for it. Now the attack is kind of like Carl and Dynamite's, where it launches out a drill instead of a pickaxe. Launches it out, but it does come back, but it drops a dynamite bomb at the end of the range. That sounds broken. Now wait, imagine the super, all right? It's Jacky's super combined with Dynamite's. It pulls all the enemies in and then drops a big old Dynamite super bomb. Pulls them in, pushes them away, but not without them taking a ton of damage first. Now the ultimate sort of combines Carl's super with Jacky's super and some wall break. He spins around with the drill, and because he's got a drill, he can destroy any wall he comes in contact with, but it also sucks in enemies as they get closer, so they kind of can't escape. Now here's the ultimate cold brawler. Mr. P, Gale, and Lou combined for North. Well, it's an appropriate name. Now North has a huge snow cannon that shoots out 3 snowballs. If it hits them, it will explode, and also it gives a little bit of a freeze bar like Lou has, so eventually they get frozen. Oh, and it also bounces as well. Yeah, you can't avoid it. The super's really interesting. It basically combines Gale and Lou's, where Gale pushes the enemies away with a gust of icy air, but it's so icy it also freezes the ground wherever you use the super, so it pushes them away. It's like the ultimate defensive tactic. Dude, that Citro bot is getting nowhere near the Ike. But wait, listen to the ultimate. First off, you throw a shaved ice machine. You throw it on the ground and it creates an icy area around it that's constantly creating new ice and damaging nearby enemies, but it also spawns snow porters, which attacks give that freeze bar when they hit enemies. Oh, you thought Mr. P was annoying? Just wait for North. Also, here are 3 more ideas by Deerlick. Here's a different take on combining Penny, Tick, and Daryl together. This brawler right here, shooting out bombs that probably also explode into like mini bombs, a bit of a cluster bomb. You can roll away as well. Oh boy. What about combining Jesse, Nani, and Pam though? You get like the ultimate healer type brawler. I guess that's, I don't know what sort of abilities this would have. I mean, honestly, maybe this brawler just is constantly healing nearby allies. That'd be crazy. And then I guess this is like a different take, but it's kind of like Scrappy, combining Nani and Scrappy and the Pam turret perhaps, but it's a human turret. Maybe it runs around and follows you? Huh. Well, thanks so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. And if you did, check out more great Brawl Stars videos right over there. I'm sure you'll also enjoy. And I'll catch you later. Peace.